Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2012-2013 Fantasy Football Lottery Draft Order Setup. This presentation has been made available for you and your viewing pleasure so that you may witness and be confident that the lottery setup has been created in an honorable way with no shenanigans being used, no fixes in. Okay? So without further ado, we will go through the lucky 4 teams that had the worst season last year so that we can see who gets the privilege of this year's #1 pick in the 2012 Fantasy Football Draft. We begin with Team Tenacious Defense, managed by owner Spencer Goody. This high school football coach finished with an abysmal 1-12 overall record, with an appalling 1-3 division record, scoring a measly 1,149 points. Winning the coveted toilet bowl for our last place finish does give him the benefit of the most lottery balls available for selection in this year's draft. So he will be given 4 team balls for the upcoming lottery. So congratulations, Mr. Spencer Goody, and good luck. We move on now to our second worst player in the league last year, Team Anchorman, managed by Jarrett Atkins. Mr. Atkins has been in the league for a number of years now, and we did not have to change much in his profile because this was the same slot he finished in last year. On the plus side, he will be given the second most team balls in the draft lottery with 3. On the negative side, that means that you have to look at what his record was last year, which was 4-9 overall, 2-2 in a weak division, and 1,319 total points. So good luck, Mr. Atkins, in your search for making the playoffs. Moving on to the third team, we move to our only rookie manager this season, taking over for Team Victoria's Secret last year. He has changed the team name to Flat Nasty, which does sound a bit like a WWE superstar. This team is managed by owner Jeff Davidson. He will be given the honor of 2 balls in the lottery selection. The team that he is taking over had a 6-7 overall record last year, 0-4 in the division with 1,292 for points. He will be given a lottery selection. I doubt he'll be able to do anything with it. I have been informed he was not going to keep Ryan Matthews. Moving on to our last team, we have a familiar face in the bottom of the fantasy football standings, Mr. Roberto Lasconi, managing Team Sticky Bandits. As you can see, this man's manly helmet implies the kind of fantasy football that you can expect him to play throughout the season. He finished with a losing record of 6-7 overall, 2-2 in his division, with 1,317 points. He will only be given 1 ball in the lottery, so while fortune may not be with him, he can be assured of a high pick to select the top-ranked defense that is available in that first round. So once again, as we go through the order, we see Tenacious Defense with 4 team balls, Anchorman with 3, Flat Nasty with 2, Sticky Bandits with 1. So that will conclude our presentation. We will now be moving on to the official draft order lottery. Good luck to the 4 teams involved. Lord knows you desperately need it this season. This is your league commissioner signing off. All right. Good evening. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now ready for the 2012-2013 Draft Lottery Selection Show. 4 lucky teams will have their fantasy seasons decided this evening. We have Tenacious Defense, Anchorman, Sticky Bandits, and Flat Nasty, all vying for that precious #1 pick. The excitement is palpable. The rest of the teams in the league are looking on anxiously preparing to send out trades to rip off any number of these teams to keep them in the lottery selections next season. So without further ado, we will have our first selection of the year. Our first pick in the 2012-2013 fantasy football draft will be.
And this year's first pick will be going to.
In a bit of an upset, Flat Nasty will be receiving the #1 pick in this year's fantasy football draft. Unbelievable. A shocking turn of events and a devastating announcement for Tenacious Defense. To have a rookie manager come in and swipe your #1 pick. Wow, what an early blow. Let's continue and let's move on and see what other excitement follows the #1 selection.
The #2 pick will be given to.
The #2 pick will go to Tenacious Defense. So his rebuilding project will have to start with the #2 pick. There should be a number of quality players available at that selection. So all is not lost for Tenacious Defense, at least until week 1 of the season. Moving on now to find out who gets the 3rd pick in the 2012 draft.
The #3 selection will be.
Ooh, Team Anchorman, Mr. Atkins will get the 3rd pick in the 2012 draft lottery, which was the spot that he was speculated to receive due to the number of draft balls that he had in the lottery. And now, with our last pick, we obviously will know who that goes to.
And the final selection.
4th pick will go to Sticky Bandits. He does have a good returning core set of players, and with this #4 pick, should be able to add a little depth to his team, at least at the defense slot. So there you have it, folks. Our draft order for the lottery goes as follows, with the #1 pick in the draft, Team Flat Nasty. The #2 pick in the draft, Tenacious Defense. The #3 pick goes to Anchorman. And the last pick will go to Sticky Bandits. Thank you again for joining us this year for the 2012-2013 Draft Lottery Selection Show. I am your host, the Commissioner, and we'll see you again next season.